Hello. How's school going, Reagan? Wait, is it summertime yet? Are you still in school? I hope to be going back by fall. So I might be on here less. I'm saying that, not knowing if it's going to be the best time, but so don't hold me accountable. But my stomach is going to make a lot of really weird noises. I ate just a little while ago and it's digesting it, and it sounds like my stomach is throwing up inside of itself. So you are welcome for the extra show. I'm a little nervous and I have some crafting stuff to do. So if anybody knows what this is. Ew, God, sorry. How much more disgusting things can I do on here? Yesterday I spit everywhere. Yes, I saw Aaron's live last night. I may not even look at the camera because I get weird about stuff. Well, I didn't. I saw it after the fact. And I'm actually upset that she is so upset, which I don't care what you guys think. Like, it may be shocking or whatever. My intent in saying things was never to hurt someone, and it seemed like me saying things has hurt her. Hi, that Amber chick. Hi, Reagan. Hi, Stacy. Stacy's mom has got it going on. So, like, then why talk about it, right? Well, again, I gotta quit saying I don't know. I'm scared to say. When you hear me say I don't know, that means I'm nervous. So I just gave you a tell. So now it's show and tell. I kind of feel no, I don't want to. I don't want to. I don't want to. Nice. It's even nicer that your mom uses that. That's pretty cool. What does one do when you feel like your friends like doing stuff and you don't want them to, and you're like, maybe not, maybe whatever, maybe stop, and you just kind of don't stop, and then they're saying things. I know Erin said in a tweet thread that she wasn't referring to me in terms of Claire, calling her out. She said something like, whoever is going after Claire is like trying to distract from the lawsuit or something. I don't really fucking remember. But hi, PJ. I'm sorry I hurt your feelings, Erin. I don't know what. That sounds such like an asshole. I don't know what to do about it. Still want to be friends? Hi, Bessie, Shyla. We have a common best friend. We won't really talk about them, but we share a bestie. You're staying away from Starbucks. That is disastrous. I don't know. I think I've made it quite apparent that I don't like hurting other people's feelings, and I do come to people directly and I don't feel like things are always presented as clear. And I'm sorry if my saying so hurt you. My intent is never to hurt you. But I have to stop being afraid of not saying whatever I feel I need to say because I don't want to hurt someone's feelings, because I'm not doing I am not doing it maliciously. I'm not calling you a cunt or anything like that. I mean, you're not. I mean, I don't know. You could be, but I don't think you are so far. Maybe. I don't know. But I'm not doing it with malice. So you may have seen me saying more stuff about Steve publicly because I just I feel more comfortable in doing so. I'm not sure why I'm explaining myself right now. I don't really have to. I think what I mean is I've never switched sides from anything. I've always had the same thoughts, and I think what happened with Steve and Cheshire recently happened, I just felt like, okay, this is something worth stating my opinion on because I want to. I haven't said a whole bunch in the past, like called him Walmart Gandalf, because I know that he is Aaron's friend, and I just don't want to be rude to other people's friends. Or about. I don't even know if I'm making any sense. But again, I feel like I have to say, no one left. And obviously, Nikki and I talk, and Megan and I talk. Nobody left being a moderator for you because of Claire. I actually left because of all the stuff that was going on with Steve. I just didn't want to deal with it, and I felt like I couldn't be a mature adult because sometimes I'm just not. And I think I've even called you one time a long time ago when he was like on your panel or in your chat or something, and I was just being a bitch in chat and just kind of, not that I can't be a bitch, not that you like monitor what I say. It's just that I could have toned it down a little. And I just want to say, hey man, I'm sorry if that pissed you off. You know? I'm really nervous. But I just really can't stand that you keep saying all of this is because of hate for Steve, hate for Claire, and I am lumped into things like that. And you have said that what I've said has hurt your feelings. So there you go. And we have, I mean, I have messaged you and things like that. It hasn't been recently, other than our last phone call about me and Shyla's bestie. I guess I can put, hey, Nikki. I asked Nikki and Megan to be here for moral support. I feel like I'm about to cry. Felt weird to hear all that from her, though, with yeah. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that maybe it's not that I'm being lumped into a category. Maybe you don't want to tell me directly how you feel because you're scared you're going to hurt my feelings. And so you put it with vagueness. Remember that guy that was like, when his hat went up the window when it was rolling up? Were those Vine times? I don't really remember. I see someone driving down my back alley. Who are you? You're going very slow. I will sick my ferocious pup on you. Okay. I don't have a hoarder mess over here at all, full of crafts. Sorry, people. I hate when others do this. I think, and maybe I'm thinking too highly of myself, that the emotions that came out last night are because of being like bombarded with different things, and the fact that you see myself, Nikki, and people that you care about saying things publicly in disagreement, or saying things that you might not have realized we felt, even though I feel like we've been pretty direct about it, but perhaps we haven't. But anyway, I know you and Nikki have cared for each other. And I'm sorry that it's gotten to the point where it affected you so much that you reacted in such kind of a vile manner. That wasn't very nice. And I have said, and Nikki and I have had a conversation this morning, that she was coming from a place of emotion as well. Felt weird hearing all that from her without acknowledging anyone else's feelings. Yeah. Thank you for saying that, because that's kind of, I believe, mine, Nikki, and Megan's point. And yes, I'm speaking for the three of us right now because we're triplets. We've never told you we all have the same mom. But the thing is Erin's known how we felt in messages and then portrays the actions that we've done, not lying, but just as differently, like out of context. Like, no, we didn't just leave because of Claire. And if it were because of Claire, I mean, those issues are happening or happened. It's old news. But I would have left around Thanksgiving when it first started happening. And Megan and Nikki would have left before that because they started piecing things together before I did. And they didn't say anything to me for months. So they don't go around talking shit, and they haven't started anything or ganged up on anyone or whatever. I came to them and asked them. So it's very unfair to put things out in a way that makes it look different than what has actually occurred. And there's not just one example of that. At this current moment, I can't think of anything. Oh, well, yes, I can. I don't know that this is the same as whatever, but I think I heard you mention, like, coming to you directly and having a problem. You can look at my chats from the evening that Steve was there and my side of the truth. Um, I was saying things all throughout that panel, and Tina was calling me and others a troll and that we have a hate boner for Steve. And please don't ever fucking say my name and Steve and boner in the same. But and then on the comments on those videos, me and Annie, which her comments also say she was disappointed, and Tina calling us trolls. It's all there, and you didn't respond back. And that's okay, but don't act like I didn't come to you or talk to you or anything. And if we talk about something in private, then, like, I'll respond to you in private, but if you're saying things or Tina's going on a public forum and calling my responses and other people's responses, being trolls, then I'm gonna respond publicly. Why wouldn't I? That's not betraying you. If we're going to have the sentiment that friends can disagree, that should be okay. So I don't know why it's not. And we have all, I don't know if I want to say this. It's totally okay just to say, like, hey, man, I just wanted to see if Katie was lying. I'll just let everyone else fill the blanks. I don't have any proof or anything on that one. It's just how I feel. It's like the guy one time that I gave money to, and he said he was going to go use the money, like a person that happened to not have a home, and I gave money to him, and he was like, hey, man, I'm going to go use this to buy beer and then a donut so I can eat my donut while I get high. And I was like, hey, man, that's pretty fucking funny. And all right, thanks for being honest. It's okay to just say what you're doing. There's obviously been a lot that has gone on that I don't, I'm not going to stop liking you because you do something that I don't care for. And I would dare to say there are other people like that out there. I don't think I'm super special. Okay, I'm going to look at. Please don't say mean things about Aaron. Like, please disagree or whatever, but this isn't like an Aaron bashing thing. If you can't tell, I care for her. I don't really know. Let me tell. There you go. Oh yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure she will. I'm sure it'll be asking for proof, evidence, because I'm trying to direct the narrative, and I've never really been told what the narrative was, so I would have to know what it was to then redirect it. If you want to be all logical, but I missed out on that memo. It might have been when I was drinking the Kool-Aid, but I'm not really sure because I think I passed out after. But and Steve's behavior is creepy. It's okay for us to say that. I'm not trying to ruin his life. I don't think he needs help with that. I don't know, Kiki Ray, hi, by the way. I don't know why Steve feels the need to force himself upon us or why Erin pushes him when she knows. I mean, I think she has a different opinion of how he acts. I don't understand how, pardon me, but she seems to. And I don't get the confusion, her confusion. And when we bring up Steve, it's because she's brought up Steve. She goes on his channel, they do things together. Like, that's why we're bringing it up. I don't, that isn't a hate train thing. We can add that to the list now. So it's narrative, receipts, proof, evidence, facts, hate facts, and hate train. Hate boner? I don't know. Boners are okay. It's just steep boners are not okay. I don't really know what that means. I probably said something. Yes, Erin is funny. Hey, pretend fashionista. Thank you, Nikki. Yes, you showed up in time for facts and evidence. Thank you. I know I'm not the only one that thinks that way, and hey, whatever, man. I don't know why some people don't understand that he has slowly shown his ass, and even people who were neutral about him have questionable things. Yes, it should be okay to not be fond of someone. Yeah, and I mean, Erin has stated that, so I don't understand why she gets upset when anyone says otherwise. Ew. You're so gross. I don't have a whole lot of time left because I have to go pick up my children, but yes. It's not okay to tell people that they're obsessed with someone just because you do like them, though. Maybe I don't understand. I'm sure KJ stands feel that way about her. True. Yes, I agree with that. Shyla says, I don't care either way about the guy, but no one should be treated like shit for not liking someone. That's weird. Yeah. And I think because of the combination of what happened between Steve and Cheshire recently, and then when I was speaking about my experience with Claire, and then other people have felt more comfortable to say things, then it can appear as though it's a gang up. But I thought she knew me better than that. So true. Very true. Damn it. I think Nikki probably understands. Oh, okay. I already have it up. Yes. 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 And that's something I don't mean to be a dick, but like, I mean, I've said to my friends in private, but I'm like, that's kind of why everyone's accusing people of being a cult. Because look at me. I've said things and then I'm being treated as if I'm a dickhead or a mean girl or bullying people or doing the boner things. I only do those things with my husband. Yeah, about that. Not about, oh my gosh, no. I'm not gonna show you guys anything. My husband's at work and my timing, it's awesome. I can't find on here. I'm trying to add Nikki. Let's be transparent. And I don't. Oh, invite. Look at that. Invite. God. Help us all, especially me. Oh my gosh. I'm probably going to have to put some jank looking headphones on because I bought them from Five Below. And yeah. And PJ, if you are still here, I really commend you for staying like on track with the questions. And I mean, think of this. I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. Like new people have come about with Katie Joy and asked questions. So new people may have just discovered Aaron, and then they hear someone talk about the essay report. So they want to ask questions. It may not always be, although I think it may be some of the same folks. It may not always be. And maybe these same folks have never had a chance to ask her because maybe they don't come to her streams. Maybe they don't watch Unirock because really, who would? But apparently, some of you guys do. All right. Don't make fun of my headphones. I gotta plug it in. Plug it in. Plug it in. Okay.
Thank you. Hey, can you hear me?
I know you're not feeling well, and I know you have a lot of other things going on.
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to share how you feel or.
Well, okay, so I'll just say this. If Aaron watches this, I haven't watched it live. Fortunately for me, I have friends, and I accentuate that word, that have looked out for me and said, don't watch this. Because people that I thought were friends were very nasty, according to what I've heard.
Yeah.
And
I said that.
Yeah. So, do I have feelings? 1000%. But I, whether Aaron wants to believe it or not, Claire isn't the reason I left.
Right.
She is a part of it, 1000%. But
same.
There have been other things that are involved, and I've also seen things clear since I left.
Yeah.
And I will just say that it's unfortunate it's got to this point because I did consider her a friend.
Right.
And waking up this morning to the DMs and the messages and the clips and this, that, and the other were very hurtful. So
I can imagine. That's why when I saw that part, I just was very, very taken aback. And I mean, I understand it's probably her reaction is coming from a place of hurt, but it actually seemed pretty hateful too. So I was very shocked that that was her reaction.
And I'll own that my own comments in PJ's live came from a place of hurt.
Yeah.
A majority of them, I will say that. Not all of them. But if she wants to look down deep inside, she knows that some of them came from her and her besties' facts and evidence. And it's hurtful to see her react, or lack thereof, not that way.
So. Yeah, I agree. And Shyla, it's not necessarily even just what she said, it's kind of how she said it. I think it was more in response to a video that I did yesterday, just kind of saying my experience on interactions, like, I don't know. Go watch it. There you go. The wind is picking up really loudly on your end, Nikki.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm on my deck because I have a fever. Let me go inside.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. That Amber chick says it was hateful, my opinion as well. I mean, it was uncalled for, to say the least. I'm sorry. I know it hurts hearing a friend say that. Yes.
Is that better?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Stacy says, I'll just say it's only annoying how when it's from someone she's friends with, she always pretends like she doesn't have any idea. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And again, this is probably hurtful hearing or seeing me say this, but I just, I've always come from, hey, do you have a problem with what I did? No, I don't have a problem, or what people can be direct with me. And I know I've been told before, like, people can only give you what they have. So maybe she doesn't feel comfortable doing that. And I'm just completely speculating because we haven't even had that direct of a conversation. And I kind of feel like shitty saying this. Perhaps I shouldn't, because I'm...
But can we have that conversation? I don't feel like we can.
No. There again have been a lot of times, and I feel like in the future I may read some of the things that I have written. Just to show, like, again, it's being said, like, it's being presented, in my opinion. I don't know. Perhaps you guys can tell me if I'm far off. But it's being presented as if we've never spoken to her about things. I can remember way back when with Ren, even when Britt was there, and I wrote something and I was like brand new and just, like, hey, I may be totally outside the box, and I really didn't talk to any of you privately, but I'm like, I don't know if you saw it, but Ren's really going after Britt in chat, and maybe it's just like, if you could just say to him on the stream, hey, stop doing that, like, maybe it would feel more like you have our backs. I've said plenty of things to her,
Right.
And I didn't sit there when things were going along with Ren and, like, stating to everyone, hey, I don't like him, I don't like him, I don't like him. But I just feel like down the line, maybe I seem like I'm share the same opinion if I don't speak out. And some things with Aaron, I do share the same opinion on. Obviously, we have to have some common ground. But again, I know this is a really long time ago, but I've never said too much just as me publicly, like the whole thing with Charlotte. It still bothers me to this day that anybody would ever think that I would allow someone's information to be doxxed. And I remember seeing people on Twitter say, the mods let this happen. The mods knew her name. The mods, well, I'm a fucking mod. So how am I not part of that statement?
That's one thing that has bothered me, and I know I have expressed this to a couple people, even as lately as last night, saying as much as Aaron has said it is the mods chat that we handle it, that's also doing us a disservice because
Yeah.
we were always told that she doesn't want stuff deleted. She wants people to show their ass. And while I appreciate that, it can be very stressful as a mod because then we are in turn DMing her, putting stuff in the mod chat, hoping she'll see it.
Right.
And sometimes that doesn't happen. But then because that is put out to the masses, then those people come back at us in DMs and
Right.
what have you, saying like, you didn't handle this. Well, I'm very sorry. Like, while I might agree with you, it wasn't my chat. It's not, and as much as she says it is our chat, it's not.
Right. Which is fine. We would just appreciate her saying that
Exactly.
all the time, not just on special nights. Like, hey, I'm very particular, so I ask them to message me on certain things and I may not see it. And there you go. Because she's very thorough, and that's fine that she is, but just again clarify that it's not us allowing things. It's not us. There are some things I would have deleted, some people I would have blocked, timed out, whatever.
Yeah,
Donut.
I would have gotten rid of Donut a hell of a long time ago.
Just causing
Donut,
problems
don't
just
come
to
for
cause
me.
Problems.
Donut, don't come for me because you are like the world's lovable troll when it comes to this community. But I would have deleted your ass a long. Sorry, I shouldn't swear. I'm in a mood.
Don't. I do.
But I would have gotten rid of Donut a long time ago if we were able to because of all the trolling.
Right.
So, Pretend Fashionista said Bren went after just Brett. I don't know.
Time ago.
Did he?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because anytime, I mean, he's in there just to get attention. So anytime he would sit there and pick on people, as many of the trolls would, they would go after people and chat and say things. And we would tell them, hey, cool it. And then Bren would then come after whatever moderator. And he did that to Britt. I think he did that to Claire once.
To me too. There was one night that Aaron went. Now that you talk about that part, I do remember it because Aaron went on Bren's panel, and Aaron, I think, was frustrated that none of us were there. We were there, but we were blocked because we had stated in Aaron's chat that we didn't agree with his opinions on certain stuff, and he blocked us. So we were not able to chat in his chat.
Yep.
Because Britt took up for me in that situation and messaged Aaron and said, hey, like, we're trying to be here for you, but we're all blocked. So.
Right.
And I might not agree with Britt now, but I do appreciate that sense of things.
Yeah.
So.
I do as well. I didn't know her super well. I mean, we messaged quite a bit, and I know I know why everyone has kept their distance from her, and I think it's possibly similar to what I experienced with Claire. So, but yeah, Ren like kept going after her in chat, just calling her a jerk and like, what are you gonna time me out or take me out because you're racist? And it's just like, Lord, no, when you call someone a cunt, that's probably what we're talking about there. But
Yeah.
thank you, Reagan. I appreciate that. And yeah, I guess in all fairness, we didn't have to mod for her. We could have chosen not to.
Right.
But it was so fun there, and she was fun. So
Here's the thing that's hard about when you stop modding for someone.
yeah.
You miss the chat. You miss the people. You
Yes.
miss the people that you've grown accustomed to and or created connections with. And that part is hard. I won't sit here and say that I don't miss Aaron too, because I do.
Yeah. I mean, you
but-
see me, it's like really hard for me. I've been talking. I'm like, I don't know, because I don't know if too much has gone by and too many things have happened for me to want to continue a friendship, but I still like, I wish it wasn't that way, you know?
Yeah.
I
Yep.
like what we had or whatever. And I
I
think
feel
she
like
is a
I've
good
broken
person.
up with someone when we say stuff like that.
Yes, I know. But it's true. And energy has changed there though in the last 6 weeks or so. I mean,
Yeah.
I kind of agree. I kind of think it's been because Steve's been there.
No, stop. We're going to get shit for that one. But Steve is always involved. He's always involved. Aaron, I loved you at one point. Do I love you right now? No, I'm pissed as hell, and I don't even know what happened last night. But whether you want to admit it or not, people talk about stuff for a reason, and you take up for him. And that's one of the biggest things people have a problem with. You take up for him, and you do it even without realizing it. And it becomes a point where us people that have had your back get frustrated. Because I can dislike Steve and still be a mod for you.
And we can dislike Steve and not. I understand there are psycho weirdos out there that like really, pardon me, go after him and or whatever. But that's not us. So we can dislike him, think he's creepy, whatever, all of the things, and not be crazy loons. And again, it's weird that she lumps us into that. And she did say, I think even on her live last night, like, we're trying to ruin his life. We're trying to ruin his life. And I know she may not just be talking about us in that instance. I'm sure it's everyone that talks negatively about Steve, but we are some of those people. And like, that's not true. And how is talking negatively about someone, and we're not even talking negatively, Jesus Christ, I need to quit saying that. We're pointing out his behavior. If that's bad, then what Aaron is doing is bad. And I don't think what Aaron is doing is bad. And I don't think what I'm doing is bad. It's just saying, wow, that guy's fucking creepy.
Wait, where?
How is that destroying his life?
I'm mind blown right now. We're trying to ruin his life?
Yeah, sorry. I know you haven't watched that. No, and that wasn't the part where it was just me and you talked about. That was like at the beginning of her stream when she brought up PJ's chat and kind of, well, I think you may know that. She brought up her chat and was like addressing all the comments that she couldn't get to during the stream. And I think Kay Baxter or some people were just talking about Steve, and she said something like, "Why are you guys trying to ruin his life? Like, it's weird, it's whatever." And I mean, again, I'm sure I'm not the only person she's referring to right then, but to say that she's not referring to me at all in any of this is just not truthful, because I'm one of those people saying the things
Right.
she's responding to. And it's okay. It's completely okay. It's completely okay for her to be like, "Yeah, JC, I think you're a dick."
I mean, cool. I don't agree with his lawsuit. I don't agree with his tactics. I don't agree with him being creepy as fuck on Twitter.
Right.
Like, I don't like the dude. Doesn't mean I'm trying to ruin his goddamn life.
Right.
Sorry.
And why would you think that? Why would, to know that someone thinks that of me is just that's hurtful.
Right.
Pretend Fashionista said, "Yep, I stopped going because of all the Steve guest panels or his remarks in the chat. He's so condescending."
Yeah.
Believe me. And I may be I hope my cousin doesn't hate me for this one.
Kanga.
But he may or may not be the reason that she left as well. And that was a long time ago, at least a year ago. So, is she a hater? We're all fucking psycho? I mean, think of this logic. Katie sits there and calls everyone psycho and trolls and whatever that points out her behavior.
Right.
How I feel like she's doing the same thing.
Here's what got to me towards the end when it came to Steve and Aaron. There was a live that happened, and we had a mod call before that live. Many of us, if not all of us, except for one, and I'm going to be petty and say that there was one that didn't care one way or the other, asked that Steve not be a mod in that chat, or Steve not be in that chat, or Steve not be on panel.
Yeah, I totally
because he creates chaos. He pisses off the chat. And who has to deal with it? The mods. And who takes the backlash? The mods.
Us.
I have dealt with bullshit from a live of Aaron's with Little Red, and I know Little Red probably hates my guts because of Dottie, and I will give her that. I went to bat for Dottie in places I probably shouldn't have, but I will own that, as well as others will. But in that instance, there wasn't anything I can do. And when I get nervous like that, I make stupid ass remarks. Everybody was drunk in that live or high, and I made a remark about that. It wasn't directed at her. It was directed at every single person. I think I even had a glass of wine that night. And
I don't know what one you're referring to.
It's a long time ago.
Okay.
It's water under the bridge as far as I'm concerned.
Gotcha.
But when I tell you people take shit for being a mod for Aaron, people take shit for being a mod for Aaron. And I took it for a really long time, whether it was deserved or not.
Yeah.
And while I enjoy her, I have too much in my real life to continue beating this dead horse for bullshit that I really don't care about.
I completely
and if you
agree.
claim you're my friend, don't do bullshit behind the scenes that I'm going to find out about. and then wonder what the hell you're thinking, or wonder what the hell you were ever talking about saying you were my friend on a live panel in front of your audience.
Right. Yeah, it makes us look like we're further dicks when, I feel like there's been distance for a while. I've sensed that she's felt a certain way, and heck, I've even heard people. I haven't been able to go to her to ask because it's all been hearsay. But I heard, like, she said her mods were difficult and she can't please us and all this other kind of stuff. Do not know if that is true. That could be a complete made up freaking lie. In fact, because of the source, it may very well be. But regardless if that is true or not, we didn't talk as much. And that wasn't from my end. So I noticed some distance, and I can only ask. I'm a weirdo, but I'm not that big of a weirdo. I'm going to ask you once, are you okay? Is everything okay between us? And then that's going to be it. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
So if it isn't, and you don't say anything, I don't know what I'm supposed to do about it. Shyla says, does he show up to support her consistently though? Or is there a pattern there I'm missing? I've been a member for a long time, and there's been times he hasn't shown up for months. I'm just curious. It's to me, it is times where it's convenient for him.
Yep.
He has literally put in the chat, I'm going live tomorrow, blah, 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 this, that, the other, do. It's just super freaking annoying. So, and she may be okay with that. But yes, it's not consistent. And to me, it seems to be times where it is to his advantage. Yes, I agree, TT. Oh, I think you're who somebody referred to.
Yeah. Yep. TT is my agenda holder. TT tells me what I'm gonna do for the day.
Oh, that's the one that person was referring to? Said
Yep.
that. Okay, gotcha.
P.S. TT, you owe me Girl Scout cookies, and I demand payment later.
Let's see. Amber says, I'm not trying to ruin his life, but I'm tired of hearing his lies and BS. Yes, and I agree. And mine, if I can pull it, again, my tech support here may have to help me. But way back in the day, when I watched Steve and Cheshire and stuff, there were things that he did. I even remember a tweet that I responded to him, and we actually interacted quite a bit, not like privately, but on Twitter threads and things like that. And he was referring to bringing up a child's photo and their name as far as exposing Katie, and which I do not agree that all of her kids' stuff is made up. Just want to go on and say that.
No.
But and I also don't agree that they stay in the house all day. But anyhow, that's another thing I don't want to be associated with. Yeah, he was getting kickback from people saying like, oh, don't use his name, don't do this, that's going too far. And I think he said something like, well, this is what you all wanted, and I put a tweet in there, or reply, whatever, saying it just doesn't look good, and you can get the point across without using his name and image and things like that. It kind of makes you look equal to her. I'm saying this to say that my disagreeing with him has not just occurred recently. I don't want to come across as like, oh my God, I was there, whatever, but I was there. I'm not as well known as I am now. Just kidding. But, ooh, you're starting a cult too? What kind of Kool-Aid? What flavor?
I feel like it's a cookie cult, and I'm fully on board.
Yeah.
Like, sign me up. I'll drink that Kool-Aid as long as it's followed by Girl Scout cookies.
Let me see. I think I've missed some things. I'm so sorry. This is from the beginning, wasn't it?
Wait, Kiki, right. So yesterday you were saying you were one that met KJ in Facebook mommy groups. So did someone about. She said she met a bear in Facebook mommy groups, right?
I didn't. Someone told me that's how they met Katie. Because I was
Correct.
telling them their story about how I found Katie. Because I always think it's interesting and helpful to learn when someone came about in the Katie story, so you know if you have to explain something or not.
Right.
And it was explained to me that this person knew her from way back in the special needs mommy group days. Not from one of the bigger ones, not like the local Minnesota ones, but like something similar to Mommy of Miracles. And I'm sure that if there's any rebuttal to that, it's going to be like, I'm sorry if I made it seem that way. You didn't. And I didn't record our phone conversation so that I can show you the proof. But you did say that because I commented about my child having disabilities and, So it did happen. And other people question that person's existence too.
Yep.
That's why all of this is even weirder that we're getting accused of being hateful for questioning Claire's motives because we aren't the only ones.
Mm-hmm. Here's the thing. I won't question how you came into this quote unquote community because frankly, I don't care. I have more important things in my real life to pay attention to than how you came into the anti-KJ community. However, you lie to me, I find out you're lying to me, and things
Right.
start to fall. Yeah,
Right.
it's going to be something that I look at because you lied to me and other things are falling. I'm going to pay attention to that.
Right. I will not confirm or deny pretend fashionista, and I'm not putting that up there. And anybody can go back and freaking look, and you can make a stream about me. The Do Good Letters channel, not Dogwood, someone who acts like they don't know how to pronounce my name. It's Do Good.
That's why I'm a real friend and not an imaginary one. But
That's now we're just being assholes.
Sorry. You can ignore me. I have a fever and I'm blaming it on it.
I got here, TT says, because of Teen Mom, which I don't even watch anymore. Yeah. I said in my stream yesterday that I once saw a video of Katie about Janny and her parents. And then I think later on something of hers came up. I didn't subscribe to her then, but something came up later. So I was there preteen mom, but I was also there for the teen mom stuff because it came out when I was in my 20s, I think. We'll just say that.
No.
What's lemonade?
Ugh. Lemonade. Ugh.
You don't like lemonade?
I don't like lemon, but I don't like lemon flavored stuff and I don't like banana flavored stuff. Give me a banana all day long, but the fake flavor, no. No.
Pretend fashionista says she is here because Tati sued her. You're from the beauty, tea, makeup community. I mean, we're all here from what community hasn't she infiltrated? So Shyla says that brought a lot of people in. Oh yeah. And I don't you two seem sane, you know, jury's still out, but that is kind of how I judge how I think people may be on the cuckoo scale, is if they came in because of the Tati lawsuit. I'm not calling you cuckoo, but hell, I've been surprised by so much on the internet. I'm also not calling you cuckoo. So I'm cuckoo, whatever, just a different kind. But it seemed like some of those people, that's when the whole like holding Katie accountable community just shifted. And I'm like, wow, what is all this bashing her looks and all this kind of stuff and just being nasty and trying to be her friend? I'm like, who's actually still talking to her? And like, it just became so muddied. And I had to believe that, oh, some people are just here because they like that sort of thing. And Shyla and Pretend Fashionista, I do not think that of you specifically. And I'm hopefully that doesn't insult you.
I will vouch for them. Y'all better not make me regret that, though.
You're welcome.
I'll vouch for you. Oh, man.
I still don't know. I know that was related to Sean Dawson, but I missed that one.
That was a whole thing too. So
I know, but
I will just state how I came into it. I clicked on Ashley Siren's link to the Facebook group. Ashley Siren. She's on the Teen Mom. She's
the one who actually created.
Yeah, the one that actually created the Facebook group. So yes, here's me saying loud and proud, I was part of that Facebook group. Yeah. I've been around. I might not have talked at the beginning, but I've been around. So I've seen who was in charge, who took it over, who mishandled it, who, all of that. So I've seen y'all. I might not have commented, but you're all messy.
Very messy. And I just, it's so weird to me that some of them will just outright tell the truth. And not sit there and think, oh, I guess they just assume everyone's new. I'm like, no, I was there then. Heck, I even remember Megan from like way back when I think Britt went on Cheshire's channel. Mm-hmm. I remember seeing Megan's name around. I remember Tiny and that one weird, crazy Brit.
Oh, Britters.
Yeah. Always think of Peanut Brittle when I hear that name. So that's what I call her in my head, Peanut Brittle. But
yeah.
Megan said she came in right when KJ and LB fell out with each other right before.
Yeah.
Those were the good old days. You got some cookies coming your way, Nikki.
Yes. Cookies.
Shyla says she was in my DMs trying to tell me how she didn't do anything wrong to the Westbrooks and how everyone is wrong about her. Nice.
Oh, man.
Have you made sure she doesn't know where you live after having that discussion with her? Britters, yeah.
I mean, I've considered that, considering, and I'll just throw this out there. I have even had this conversation with Tina, whether she wants to admit it or not. I didn't talk for a long time in this community and or the Facebook group because I live dangerously close to this woman.
Right.
It would take a lovely Sunday drive for her to get to my address from hers, and not even that. So,
yes, I have a bathrobe on.
While I'm not afraid of KJ, I'm also aware that people on the internet are crazy as fuck, and I'm not going to play that game. So
they will perhaps do her bidding. Hell, we've all seen what happened during the Toddy Westbrook stuff, so we know there's some for real cuckoo cachoos out there. And Shyla, don't There is no judgment how anybody came here or how long you believed Katie Joy. I'm pretty sure I believed her shit for a while because she didn't act like she does now in the beginning.
Yeah.
So I was a subscriber for a decent amount of time, and I almost gave her money one time, but I couldn't figure it out. So that's when my lack of knowledge of technology was good. And it happened to be on a stream. She was talking about her son. Imagine that. But
Heck,
it was
there's a
cute.
person in this community that I hold very dear to my heart, and that's Sue Elliott. And Sue Elliott was even still in
Yeah,
KJ's chat when the Tati stuff started,
true.
and we have embraced her. I adore her,
Yes,
and
she's very
she's
sweet.
a great example of how you just really never know.
Right. I mean, again, it pains me literally to say, but Katie has some intelligence because she wouldn't be able to do what she's doing and fooling so many people for so long if she didn't. I mean, mean people can be clever too. You never watched Katie directly. Well, I guess if you came from Tati and stuff, I would understand that.
Yeah. I kind of am jealous of that, not gonna lie.
I know, right? But I cannot imagine coming into the Katie world really from the lawsuit on, especially now. I can't imagine coming into it now just simply because I would be so freaking confused. There's just so many people. I forget people sometimes that she's treated badly. Like I remember Sherelle's World out of the blue the other day. I was like, oh yeah, I remember her. They're just so many and it's so confusing. So yeah, I'm I don't regret watching her. Like it's a little embarrassing sometimes if people didn't watch her from the beginning to be like, I used to be a subscriber of Katie Joy. Like before we all knew. But I'm grateful because I've met all of you guys, and I'm also grateful because there would be no way I could understand this if I just happened to stumble upon it now.
Right.
But so maybe it was kind of the beauty community and I was kind of mad at Tati at the time. Oh, again, I wouldn't care if you weren't. Katie can be convincing. So I know there are a lot of people who are quite intelligent who have misunderstood that she's a pathological liar. Allegedly.
I feel like it's almost how do I say this without throwing my own self under the bus? You hear about the Midwest and you hear about Minnesota and you hear the Minnesota nice. Well, the Minnesota nice can also be manipulative, in my opinion, when it comes to KJ.
Yeah. What do you mean? Like how manipulative?
I feel like she's used the Minnesota nice to manipulate people into believing her.
Gotcha.
So I live in Minnesota. That's not a
like Southern charm here.
Yeah.
Yeah. And people do who can't kind of read into that.
Yeah.
Don't know she's being a cunt. I watched her during the Janelle Evans Nugget situation. Oh, I remember that doggy. And the Amber Portland one. I thought she was bitchy Karen, but she always had the gossip. Right? That's kind of why I stayed sometimes, because I'm like, okay, shit, she's talking to Andrew. This is kind of interesting. And honestly, even with the Chrisleys, I'm like, wow, because I've watched this show before, and I'm like, wow, Lindsay Chrisley's actually talking to her. Well, we're getting direct information. Let me listen, you know. So yeah, little did we all know, right? Reagan says, I literally just listened to her. I never chatted in chats. I really didn't chat. I entered this community. Katie is crazy. I got in this community from Charlotte videos. We are glad you're here. Yeah, same thing with Southern people. Yep.
I have one other thing that I know you probably have to go soon, but I have one other thing that has been weighing heavy on my mind from our conversation this morning and from my messages overnight. P.S. to any of you that have DM'd me, I no longer have Twitter on my phone. I've done that for my own mental health. Discord is usually the easiest way to reach me, but even that, I'm guarding myself. That being said, Erin is lying her ass off when she says that she does not know that it's Dottie. She's been given proof, and you can take Dottie out of it if you wish. The fact that she allowed her mod to be trolled multiple nights in a row really bothers me. Yeah. That situation is black and white in my opinion. I know my opinion is shared with many others. But take that situation out of it. In a normal chat, if we were to go to her and say, like, these people are trolling us, I would expect Erin to say, like, that's not okay, block them, yada, yada, yada. But for her to go on a response video to a chat and say, I don't even know if that's Dottie.
Right.
And to disregard the fact that her mod was trolled. Her mod current as of today. I have a very big problem with that. I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about Megan. I'm sorry, Megan, if that I'm throwing your name out, but I have a very big problem when it comes to that. I consider Megan's daughter a niece of mine. I love her to death. I've donated to her myself. And I have a very big problem with anybody that think that's okay.
I agree.
So, sorry to make that serious for a second, but I just...
No, you're fine.
I would not sit right with myself if I didn't say anything about it.
I'm sorry. I now understand. I thought you were literally talking about a cup, but
a cup.
No. Pretend fashionista. Just
the Yeti.
I'm sorry. Because I was like, what? Who did someone steal a cup? I don't understand. I got it now. Yeah. I don't ever understand what the issue is with just
having
if it's a sock account and it's a sock account, then what's the harm in just blocking them? Who cares?
Exactly. I even said that this morning. I'm like, even if she just wants to think that it's a sock account, then what's the harm in blocking it to protect your mod?
Right.
At the end of the day, we volunteer our time to mod her chat for her. And if you can't even have the decency to respect that, hey, these people are trolling her.
Right. Regardless, it's causing...
And it wasn't just one account.
Stress. Right. Well, I mean, I'm saying right because I believe you and Megan. I did not watch those streams, but I believe you and Megan.
Yeah. From what I've heard in her response video to the live, she stated that she doesn't know it's Dottie. and that now I just lost my train of thought because I'm heated. That basically she didn't address the trolling. But from what I've also been told, she's aware of the trolling. It just seems like some very big issue to me.
Yeah.
And another reason why I left.
Right.
We don't ask for a lot and or anything.
No,
From
I
the
think the one
creator.
time that I asked was just the night with Steve's stream, and I was like, please don't have him in the chats. It's already going to be hectic.
Yep. I think that was the day before I turned in my wrench.
Yeah. Can't be the mod chat, but the mods aren't allowed to take any action. And I don't want to be unfair and say we never were, but especially with timing, especially with blocking someone, we definitely weren't. We
had to reach out, and even then we had to ask her to check the messages.
So again,
and I know I'm a baby channel, but I picked the mods based on people I've modded with and based on people I know would handle the chat, so I don't have to worry about it. And that might sound lazy on my own part, but at the end of the day, if I'm doing a stream about a crime or this, that, and the other, the chat can get intense. And I don't want to have to worry about it. And I want people that are going to pay attention to those things and are going to be timing out the people that need to be. Right. Isn't that what a mod is for?
I mean, I would think so.
Maybe I'm wrong.
And again, we could not be there. I just thought, like, if I explain things, it may just be because she didn't understand. But I think I've since learned that might not be the case, and she can do whatever she wants. I just would have appreciated the chat knowing that we weren't just not doing anything to people lashing out at them on purpose. And, you know, with the comments of, like, again, you haven't watched this. We did share some things with you, but it was stated, at least on my part, like how it was so easy for me to come up here and say things publicly. This hasn't been easy, and I've thought a lot about it, and I have taken many months. Hell, I even with Claire around, I think it was near Thanksgiving, I felt certain ways about her and didn't say anything until like January publicly. And first of all, I'm allowed to say whatever I want, and none of this was easy. I haven't said things all along in regards to saying out loud, I think Tina's out of line, or I think this person is out of line, because I knew and know Aaron is friends with them, and people know I'm friends with Aaron, so I just didn't want to cause controversy. It was just a respect thing for me. Not scared. Nobody told me not to say anything or do anything in that regard. But it hasn't been easy. I may not be up here crying right now, but I'm pretty sure I've sent some videos of myself explaining things with tears in my eyes and down my face, but you know, whatever.
Yep. I was a hot mess this morning. Like, if Aaron wants to sit here and think that we're just okay, and I've been told that she's upset about us talking publicly. The only tweets that I can think about, I have one thread and one reply that I mentioned her by name. But if she wants to think that those are easy, they weren't.
Right.
Like, we considered her a friend, and it's not easy to be like, you did me wrong, and this is why.
or this isn't exactly how it happened.
Yeah.
Like, please quit going on and saying it's been like this and it's been like that. Yeah. Anyway, thank you, everyone. Thank you, Nikki, for being here. And thank you all for being respectful and listening to us and hearing us and making your own decisions. All right. I have to go pick up my children. And again, Nikki, thank you for being here. I mostly had Nikki on here for moral support. I mean, half of it was so that she could say things that she wanted to say, but I'm just really nervous because things aren't so easy.
Right.
But
You're welcome. Thanks for having me. Thanks, y'all in chat, especially for behaving, because while I had this open, I did not have the modding open. So I appreciate you being nice to JC so that I didn't have to have
put a
couple
smack
things.
down on you.
Yeah.
All right. Bye, everyone. Bye, Nikki. I hope you feel better.
Bye. Thanks, everyone. Have a good day.